So this week we got the announcement of the PS4. We didn't actually see any of the hardware. We only saw, you know, rumored specs or not rumored specs, like specs of the machine. We did see a picture of the controller, which is a little bit strange, but because we didn't see any of the hardware, we just saw the controller. If anything, I would imagine that we would get some preview of the 10. Give me a second, hold on. Hello? Yes? Yes, this is Cake Phone. Uh-huh. I'm sure it's delicious, yes. Alright, great, thanks. Bye. So where were we? The PS4.
The GoPro is very
So we were wondering,
I got a gadget of the week here.
Yeah, what happens when you don't have a GoPro helmet mount? Well,
this is the Joby GorillaPod Head Edition. It's only an extra $30 over the regular GorillaPod. It comes in a different box with a picture somewhat like this. It works pretty good. I mean, you can, you know,
yeah,
you've got all the axes of movement. One thing I really thought is the ergonomics aren't very good. You know, they could use some like really soft pads here.
Oh, like a beardo.
Yeah, exactly. If you had some kind of a toque that was integrated with your GorillaPod mount, I think it would look a lot better. But yeah. I like that. It seems exactly like the regular Joby GorillaPod of this size, but.
It is designed for the head.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it fits many heads of many different sizes. So.
Even Steven's fat head. Especially my fat head.
Here, try it, Steven.
Good, I don't be the only one with a GorillaPod on my head.
Notice how Steven puts out extra wide.
He's like, I've done this before.
We'll put it on Lexi next.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
In a pinch, it works actually not bad.
Yeah.
The monster, Lexi.
Okay, now do your zombie. Zombie.
She's not trying to like
what?
Most polite zombie ever. Do your zombie.
So this week, Google announced that they'll be releasing a new Chromebook, which is roughly what, $1,300 bucks? Some $1,300 bucks. It's got a gorgeous screen. It's got a great-looking ultrabook form factor. However, it's $1,300 bucks for something that you can't use offline very well. It's got 32 gigs of solid-state storage, and you get 1 terabyte of cloud storage. However, that cloud storage after the first 3 years is going to cost you $600 bucks a year, or something like that, which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, if Apple came out with this, there would be riots and fires everywhere already. So I don't understand how this is gonna hit the market. Anybody else? I mean, is anybody gonna buy this thing?
This is a horrible product. I don't know who created this, but this person deserves to be shoved in the Jelly Bean Android figurine and left there to die, because this absolutely makes no sense. You take this off of the network, it's useless because you have no storage. You can't get any of your files. You have 32 or 64 gigabytes of storage on the unit. That's not even enough to hold like what? Your MP3 collection, which is like small enough because no one ever listens to it. I don't know.
Look,
but
it
makes no sense.
It'd be perfectly fine if it wasn't for Chrome OS.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
It's a beautiful
It's a
laptop.
great ultrabook. It looks great. High resolution touchscreen display. But it's the Chrome OS. I told you. And it's true. If you're going to be running on Chrome OS, they need to make Chrome OS devices throwaway devices. Like $100.
It has to be cheap. Yeah.
And they have like a $250 like netbook version,
which is starting to make sense actually.
But that's still too expensive because I can get an Nexus 7 for that.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
So like, I'd rather have.
But it's starting to hit that level where it's getting to the point where a Chromebook could be a viable
if they can make it a $100 product.
Yeah, $199. It'd be great for kids, for students, for somebody looking for a really cheap laptop to use and always has internet access. But if you're hitting the $1,300 mark, I mean, it's insanity for something that doesn't have the same capability.
That's MacBook Air territory,
and it's more expensive than a MacBook Air.
Can run Windows too.
MacBook Air can do pretty much more than any Chromebook.
Do you think that this new 11-inch touchscreen with what they would call Retina display, if Apple didn't have the trademark, do you think that that's going to mean that the MacBook Air is going to have a Retina display before too long?
I think I think everything is going to have that sort of high DPI display any day now. It's going to be the standard.
We know the 11-inch product is out there.
I mean, there's rumors now that the second iPad Mini is already being manufactured with a new Retina display. So I assume that if they can fit Retina display on on an 8-inch product, it's not that much of a stretch to go.
Well, it's not that much of a stretch because the new HTC One smartphone, 4.7-inch screen is 1080p on 4.7 inch.
Yeah.
Right. So like, you could do 4 times that if it's going to be a 9, 10, 11-inch screen, right?
I'm a big fan. Pixel density is awesome. I think it's like the best advancement in mobile and laptop technology in the last 10 years. Since Wi-Fi, actually, probably.
I mean, the first time I looked at the render display on an iPhone 4, I mean, it was just night and day difference.
And Ed, you and I both have 15-inch Retina display MacBook Pros. I mean, how good does a photograph look when you're even doing a
regular photograph?
You can see more pixels than you would.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking at it in full resolution.
The thing I remember the most from the first time I opened up, when I first tried out the Retina display, was my thumbnails look better than full-size pictures on a regular laptop.
It's actually kind of like...
It looks like real life. Yeah. I mean, the difference is so enormous that I would never go back to a regular laptop display ever again, because it just looks like real life. It makes your pictures look like you're seeing the actual scene, not a picture of the actual scene.
So should we reserve judgment on the Chromebook?
No, it's stupid.
No,
it's stupid. I don't care how good the laptop is, how good it looks.
Until you've had to use a different operating system.
No.
If you throw Windows or something on there, and it's like
absolutely stupid.
Then you're getting somewhere. Yeah.
Well, no, not even. Even then, you still have.
No, you still have your 1 terabyte of cloud storage.
You have 64 gigabytes of memory. It's probably soldered on. You have no USB 3.0 support. You have no USB 3.0 support.
No, there's 2 versions.
Right?
That's just more awful than 5 seconds.
You can't even put external storage that's
These are
viable.
like mistakes Apple made 5 years ago.
Yeah, I know. It's so ridiculous. It's not even in the spirit of the Chromebook, which is to produce an affordable device that everyone can use, that's secure, that's updated, that everyone can afford. And this is completely opposite. I don't know if this is April Fool's early, but hopefully on April 1st they'll be saying we're kidding.
Well, it seems like this was actually made by Google, wasn't it? This came
I
from
think it's
Google?
Google hardware, yeah.
So it's not like it's some third-party manufacturer who just decided.
Well,
to
Google
make
doesn't actually manufacture it.
But
we're not saying that it's poorly made.
Anybody can make a Chrome device, but
we're not saying it's poorly made. We're not saying that it's a bad device overall. But the price point, the OS,
the value just makes it.
Yeah, the value you get for it is absolutely silly. I would be surprised if anybody bought this.
I hope this is whatever they've shown is basically a hardcore prototype, that they're taking all the feedback in, because a lot of companies are doing that. They're sending out a product for beta testing to the public, and they're getting all the feedback. Like Kingston did this with one of their devices, and hopefully this is that product that creates a conversation so that they can create that product that we really want. But at $1,300 for what we're getting today, definitely not in a million years.
This is Stacey from lifeintheburbs.ca, and today I've got a Avallone Leather messenger bag. This sample was sent to me from the New York area. The guy works with the artisans in Italy, the USA, China, and India. So I'm not sure where this bag is actually made. The leather on this bag is absolutely gloriously smooth, squishy, soft. Got a little snap pop here. I'm not really a fan of this type of opening. That means you got to press into whatever's inside the bag. And what have we got in the bag today? Why, we have a Chromebook, early edition Chromebook, and a Panda. So inside of the bag is another feature here. You put your wallet inside of here. You got a little zippered pocket. Tuck your wallet in there. A few pens and pencils inside this little pocket here. And your gadget pocket, where if you wanted to put your, say your device in there. Inside of it, I have actually put my 13-inch MacBook, my iPad, and a little bag of chargers. Fits in it quite nicely, carries beautifully.
Lexi, put your laptop away.
Do you want to put your laptop back in the bag? And Panda. Durable.
Very durable.
Thank you very much.
So the Google Glass, something that we will probably have maybe at this table by the end of the year.
I'm going to guess one of us will get it.
It's possible. Who knows how much it's going to be. Google seems pretty damn serious about it.
$50 to $700.
What? It won't be $350.
That's what the rate
50 sounds about right. I would guess sub 500, but definitely more than $350.
You think it'll be less than $500?
Though maybe they're trying to, with the Chromebook, they're trying to set the standard that now gadgets cost like 3 or 4 times what they actually should. But it looks pretty good. I think the problem that a lot of companies make with something like the Google Glass products like that is that they usually get it wrong somehow. Take, for example, I'm talking about eyewear specifically, when you had the first active 3D glasses. And, you know, they came out with them, everybody said, oh, they're really uncomfortable. Like, they would have sharp plastic edges that would dig into your ears. From what it looks like, it's pretty good. It's got that big counterweight.
I think the interface is really cool, but
yeah.
Are you gonna wear that thing on your head? I mean,
it has to work because it's all based on voice commands, and like I hate using like the voice assistant or voice activated dialing or anything like that on my phone anyway. Because it's all gonna be voice based, I'm not sure that I'd want to use it. If they can get it to like hologram minority report, there's like virtual buttons floating in front of me all the time, I'm more inclined to look like an idiot going down the street waving my arms in there like I don't care.
This is the precursor to that. Like, I mean, we're looking at this right now, we think this is really cool, but just like with anything from cell phones to laptops to whatever, 5 or 10 years from now, probably only 5 years from now, we're going to look at that just like, remember the original Bluetooth headsets? They had a really big battery behind your ear and like a boom. Now it's
that's like the Plantronics.
They can't really make them any smaller because it would fall out of your ear, but they have ones that are just an earbud now, and they sound 10 times better than the original ones, which are so huge.
And you look 10 times less douchey.
And now looking at the Google Glass,
you're still on a certain level.
Well, I mean, if you only see the little earbud in your ear, you're not gonna think, oh, that guy's a douche.
Until you see him talking to himself as he walks down the street.
So imagine in 5 to 10 years, we get the glasses to a point where it's like Morpheus, where he just puts it on his nose bridge.
there's no counterweight behind
There's no
your ear.
counterweight, it's just Morpheus style. Everything's integrated inside. That's where it's going to be ubiquitous. Or 7 to 9 style. You got this little band, clips around the side of your head, you're good to go. It's obtrusive, but people know you're wearing it at least. It takes video, not just 10 seconds of video.
I'm going to be on
Surgical
board.
implants.
Surgical implants?
I'll be on board when they make them, when they make them exactly like just glasses. When you could build something in the glasses like this, and just have like a little head-up display. I'm on board. Buying those immediately. Please, shut up and take my money.
Are
you still going? So Suzanne gave me this for Christmas as part of my Secret Santa Christmas gift. I'm going to be using this all week. So if you see a dude with a cake phone and some sparkly pink diamonds on it.
It's actually kind of like squishy, isn't it?
It is a little squishy. Like it's movable. There are movable parts to it.
What happened to your
Sort of.
So the gadget of the week is the Kingston Y-Drive Plus Mobilite. They may or may not change the name in the meantime because this is still a beta product. So they're sending out to different journalists and people to get their feedback on the product because it's not released yet. It's basically an evolution of the original Y-Drive that had up to 128, I think, got up to gigabytes of flash storage. But this one doesn't have any internal storage itself. It has a USB port where you can plug in a flash drive. So I have a LaCie drive here. You can stick in a flash drive on one end, and on the other side it has for your card reader, so an SD card and a micro SD. And then it works in tandem with the Y-Drive app, which is the same as what's been there before. So if I click on there, you can see the removable device. That's the flash drive that I just connected to it. And I just connect to the Y-Drive via Wi-Fi. I think it supports up to five connections at the same time. So, for example, if I'm going to Seagate Prescott, obviously I got this from CES. Hopefully there's pictures in here somewhere. And if I click on one of the images, it takes a while for it to load. Maybe 10 minutes later. Or not.
So this is going to be a while. Was it trying to load like a huge...
There, that's a much smaller picture. I think you're trying to load a massive picture, but you're supposed to be able to stream video and music and stuff from it too. In the meantime, it is just beta, so I'll be giving it a test and seeing how it goes for the next little while. I'm gonna keep moving this to mess with you.
Wait. Oh, almost got it.
Wait, almost got it?
There you go.
Almost got it. For now, it's called the Kingston Y-Drive Plus Mobilite, and who knows when it'll be available. If it will ever be available, but we will have a review of the beta product, keeping in mind that it is a beta product up on megatechnews.com.
Cool. That's Gadget of the Week. You like the cake phone? Whenever you're ready.
Kick phone. Kick phone.
What?